Are you ready to see the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death.
Sure.
You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem
How are you
affected
today, sir?
by the rather unusual situation.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her
That
dead.
is
when I
Alexa
leave.
Carlyle, unofficial leader of the
Before you
Provenance
inspect
Partners
the crime
and
scene,
last
I
one
will
to be
tell you.
alive.
The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
Yep.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Dum 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 dum. Don't mind me. Oh. Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, oh, there it is. Thank you. Hi. Oops.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Let's see.
Excuse me, sir. Seems like you're not cleared to come through here. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it real.
Yep.
Greetings, sir.
What's up? Oh, hardware.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
What is it? My lost button.
This is very useful information, 47.
The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go look for it now?
A good idea.
Patrick
is
Carlyle,
giving you a really hard
can you tell
time.
me where you
deserve
were
better than
yesterday
that once.
evening?
That's nothing. I've been through
It's that
worse.
sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
Nah. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
A good idea. Yes.
Madame Carlisle's daughter.
Sister, no one. The question. Who had the other one? That sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brother. And I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized?
How the hell did that happen? No? We all signed it. I'm dating him in person.
Stay away from me, sir. You could get hurt.
Notarized the very same day. Right, get it. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. It's the best they've got. Tell them what you think you're ready. Go to his next one.
And who are you gonna hurt? You're sweet to me, right? Oh.
We got contact! Spread out!
Assassin actress, Greg. He can't get away! Find him! Got no visual either! Get left! Take him down! Yes.
suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Oh yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen? Nope, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the records. Don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yes, can I help you?
Stand up, sir. You're drawing attention to yourself. Put that thing down!
Command, you there? We've got a situation. Probably some punk kid making life miserable for everyone. Nothing in the trophy room but a whole lot of misplaced pride. Over. Nope, nothing here. Oh, shit. Command, do you copy? Heads up, there's a criminal on the loose. Stop that right now.
Let go of the body. Pacify the bastard.
We got gunshots. Comb the area. Okay, got it. You're cleared hot. Engage! Engage! Hoo-ah! He's gone! Seen him? Anyone? Can't see him either. We lost him. Damn. Hey, get up. Hey, wake up. You there? Hang in there. Paramedics are on the way. Please get up right away. You okay? I'm afraid he got away.
Trophy room's clear. Over.
Copy. Job, but things are still on.
Hey, stop!
We are the best of the best, gentlemen, and you are paid very well, so let's go. Weapons hot! Point.
I got him! Right there! Stop the strangling.
Bloody hell!
Don't let him take control of the situation.
That's a firm. I need you to keep your head down if you want to stay alive.
It's not safe here.
Yeah!
Hello.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. Yes, hi, Cassie. It's me again. Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise. It's just, I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can.
I need to stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
What is it?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory put a stop to that, which was a surprise.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
Taking a note of very suspicious behavior.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right, she will.
Chris?
She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Some of the delivery people were unhappy with us.
Upstairs today, guesses everywhere.